All right, hey friend, how is it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jean, and I pretty much talk about everything under the sun that I want to talk about. Has to do with growth, mindset, and just becoming the greatest version of yourself. This might be a short and sweet video, but I think it's super important. If you apply this to your life, trust me when I say your life will not look the same, and you will wonder why it took you so long. And the topic today is you need to invest in yourself and you need to take care of yourself like you are the greatest asset that you are building in your life because, surprise, surprise, you are. And so often we don't realize when we neglect to do that, we are missing out on so much simply because we are complacent, neglectful, lazy. I think that's the worst. Don't be lazy about yourself because life is happening from you and it's happening for you. Let's dive into the from you first because I think that's a really important note. I was talking to a friend just this past weekend actually, and we were talking about belief systems and how when your belief system is rooted from a place where you walk into rooms or you approach relationships or maybe receive opportunities from a place of I need this, can you give me something, I need to prove myself, I need them to like me, you're chasing, you're clawing, you're reaching. I'm gonna just tell you, it's so hard to build a life, to build a career, to engage with opportunities, to build relationships from that place. That is fear and scarcity and lack of self-worth, lack of even knowledge about your own power. And the reason why that ties into taking care of yourself is because when you start to invest in yourself in every aspect, mind, body, soul, relationships, finances, when every area of your life, every aspect of your life in some way, shape, or form is designed to build you and designed to invest back into yourself, designed to build you up, designed to help you look good, feel good, whatever it is that you envision as your highest self, then it totally flips everything around. It totally inverts that whole fear and scarcity mode. Because when you say, you know what, my money is going to be invested into myself, you put your money where your mouth is, you are action taking. When you say, I'm going to invest my time back into myself, when you say, I'm going to put my energy and my care back into myself, you are affirming time and time again, repeatedly, to your conscious, to your subconscious, to your entire being, that we are worth it, we are worthy, we are worthy, we are worthy, we are valuable, we are valuable, we are valuable, we are loved, we are loved, we are loved. And y'all, you do that enough times and you will find, again, you will enter rooms and it's not about what can I take out of this room, what can I get out of this room, who can help me. It's about I'm open to seeing what happens. I'm excited to meet new people. I wonder what opportunities I'm going to learn about. Do you see how different that energy is? Do you see how you come from a place of curiosity, openness, confidence, empowerment? You're not there to take, you're there to explore. And even further, maybe you're there to contribute, right? That is such a better energy and intention to approach things. What can I contribute here? Because I actually don't need anything. Of course, I have my goals and my dreams and desires, and I will put my best foot forward. But if it doesn't happen here, in this particular space, if it doesn't happen with this particular person, if it doesn't happen in this particular timeline, it does not say anything about my worth. It does not say anything about the value I hold. It does not say anything about my ability and my capacity and my eventuality of doing something great with my life or contributing something great or working on something great. Because y'all, the way I think about it, and this is me in my life, I'm already working towards the greatness, regardless of who sees it, values it, validates it, who supports it, who comes alongside me, who, gives me an opportunity, this, that, or the other. But guess why? Because I've spent so many years, y'all. This is not just hours or days or weeks or months, years plural, decade even, decade plus of pouring back into myself. So now I can stand tall and say, I know my worth, right? And that's not to say you are arrogant or egoic or hyper independent to the point where you don't think you need anybody. But guys, it is a stature. It is a state of being. It is how you carry yourself, right? Do you take or do you give? Are you in fear or love? Are you in scarcity or abundance? Are you a contributor, or are you someone who just wants to, again, take everything that you can because you don't think there's enough to go around? And like I said, that is directly tied to how well you take care of yourself. When I say it's happening from you, it is your belief systems, your subconscious, your actions, your habits, your attitude that is shaping your reality. And until you realize that, and until you take on the immense but beautiful responsibility of honoring yourself enough to do the things that are good for you, there'll always be this misalignment. There'll always be this gap. There'll always be this tension. There'll always be, this feeling of, why isn't anything working out? Why is it not clicking? Why am I not connecting? Why am I always being looked over? And, in the best way possible, maybe that's a sign to start looking deeper and saying, well, am I doing those things to myself? Am I looking myself over by not taking care of myself? Am I not connecting with my mind, body, and soul in many different ways? Am I neglecting myself? So then the world is reflecting that neglect back to me. Do you see how it's connected? And maybe this is a little, kind of ethereal or very intangible. But when you root it into actions, you work on your fitness, you work on your health, you eat better, you sleep better, you take your vitamins, y'all, you do your skincare, you work on your finances, you get yourself on a budget, you start to manage your money well, you work on your relationships, you start to set boundaries, you start to say no to people who aren't good for you and start to attract people who are. When you do all those things, you work on your spiritual health, your emotional, your mental, you read the books that are going to help you, you go to therapy if you need to, you start the journaling, you start the meditation, you start the yoga, you take action. Those are the tangible, physical, action-taking habits, routines, and disciplines that start to build you as a person and to start to transform you as a person and start to create this sense of, I am an asset, I'm worthy, and I'm valuable. And everywhere I go, I carry this within me because I'm giving it to myself. I don't need the world or anybody around me to give it to me because I've already given it to myself. So all that to say, this was definitely off the cuff. I felt inspired. I was sharing a little reel about it. I was talking to my friend about it, and I just thought, man, this is an important topic. And especially today, right, it can be so easy to get bogged down. It can be so easy to allow yourself to believe that the world is terrible, that there's a lot of fear, scarcity, that you'll never make it, that, like all these things, all these belief systems or stories that are being told. And I don't want to invalidate that, but I will say you can decide what your perspective is. You can decide that when the world around me is crazy and chaotic, I can still pour into my world. I can still pour into myself because I have my own reality that I'm living and I'm responsible for that and only that. Or that is where I should start because I cannot change 10 million people around me, but I can change the one person that I have to live with every single day. And that is the person in the reflection. So all that to say, take care of yourself because you are absolutely the greatest project, asset, and etc. that you will ever work on. And when you change yourself, when you transform yourself, when you shift yourself, the world will follow. If you don't believe me, just do it and see if I'm wrong. If you don't believe me, just do it. Don't give up though, because this is not an overnight thing. This is a years-long process. As I said before, I've been working on myself for years, over a decade. Don't give up, but do it and tell me how it goes. So love you so much, guys. Hopefully that adds value, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.